Welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal. As long as you are on a sim, we're not responsible for your trades and we're not your financial advisor. Today, the market is a bit slow and the NASDAQ has already hit the target. But the sad news, whoever traded earlier this morning, he catch the trend on the ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones. At this moment, sadly to say, on a Friday, we already hit the target 3 institutional is the last target for today. So there is not much going on in the market, and maybe the market might go a little bit to the 43.23, but we are not expecting too much higher than those level here at this moment. There is a buyers over the sellers. There's no arguing about it. We can see the buyers over the sellers, the buyers over the sellers. The momentum is strong, but technically the market is not too much left to the upper side. Maybe few bars, and then it is the market. We are expecting the market to go sideways. So be careful when you are auto trading. If you are in a trade, that's very good. This is almost the top of it. If you're trying to generate a new trade with your auto trade, doesn't matter where this auto trade coming from, it's irrelevant. You gotta be a little bit careful because we are hitting the top. And once we hit the top, there is not much going on. The NASDAQ immediately hit the targets today. There is not much left on the NASDAQ for auto trading, but maybe we are going to get a little bit higher to the higher level on the ES. For the NASDAQ, I'm not expecting that much at this moment, so you really have to approach the market a little bit more careful. There is not much going on. There is not much going on after this little spike in the market earlier today. There is not much going on, and the market is holding still on target 3. This is an institutional number, and we already hit the target 2 and the target 1. So there is not much left. And then if you notice here, the market entered those 2 yellow lines. Those 2 yellow lines measuring the previous highs and low. So technically this market is about done to the long side. So if you are auto trading, maybe you're gonna pick up a little bit more, a few more ticks, but prepare for a sideways market for the morning session. I don't know what will happen in the afternoon. Excuse me, but in the morning session, we are about to be done. So we're gonna keep our eye on it, and if we see any, let me see if there's any other news today. There is not much, there is nothing left anymore on the news. So this is it. I mean, whoever started early today, grabbed it, and who didn't start early today, he missed it. That's it. So don't expect much out of it. Don't. Those days here, I want to mention something. When the market is slowing down, we think the M strategy is perfect for this slowing down approach. And this one here is based on one contract. It's already hit $440 based on one contract, and you can see where is the resistance line, and it's going to hit it. That's fine. So that will give us $200, and that it will bring us around. There we go. So we are around $640 on that, and it is really good for a sideways market. It is really This kind of auto trade in between fib lines, they are usually doing a great job. Even for overnight, they can do a great job. Um, and So let's see if this market want to give us a little bit more today. Very flat, not much going on. All the Nasdaq hit the target, so I don't have any more opening position on Nasdaq. And if you notice here, folks, that's why we said it's about over for this morning session. If you notice, the market came in, I said it's gonna maybe go a couple more bars more, and here is firing a reversal, and the momentum is strong. There is no short trade at this moment, so you cannot reverse the market at this moment. It's crazy to reverse it, and but it is where the area. Look at this. This is the area where the market is not gonna go any farther. For those guys are using the stupid auto trades like ATR and moving averages and MACDs or so. You gotta be careful in those areas here, because that can clean up your account immediately. The reason is the ES is dropping to the 43.13, and when you are using a dummy moving average or an ATR or something, is gonna ignite a short trade, and you don't have a short trade, is actually pullback re-entry. So for the ones are using a second-hand auto trades, is just above or below moving average, like ATRs, MACDs, stupid moving average. You gotta be careful here. It might go below the your ATR or your moving average or your MACD pointing down, but it's irrelevant. It is a pullback re-entry. So do not allow your auto trade. For those ones, they have a junk auto trades. So you should not allow your auto trade to take short trades. There is no short trade. The market is going to be re-enter at 43.1350. 43.1350. This is a re-entry, so you gotta be careful when you are using a dummy auto trade. Does not think, then you are in trouble already. You don't need to ruin your Friday over a stupid ATR, and so we will see what we are going. If somebody is still interested, we're not your financial advisor, but if somebody is still interested in taking trades on the ES, 43.13 is your magic number. 43.13 is your magic number. And on the Nasdaq, it is right now, as we speak, there is a re-entry. I notice there is a pretty much delay on the YouTube, and it's not from us. Let me see. No, I'm sorry, it was something else. No, we are okay. The delay is, maybe there is 3 second, 4 second delay. But we are okay with 3 second, 4 second delay. I'll try to give you the direction on the market way ahead of a 3 second. We know what we are doing. For the CL, there is not much movement on the CL, and if we take the M strategy on the CL, based on one contract, we already nailed $500, and it is climbing to the 1,000. I think if it's able to close that trade, probably you are done with the M strategy on the CL. And if you want to also, you can also close the trade and let it reactivate a new trade. If you see a couple of $300 on one contract and you want to close it, you can close it and let your auto trade take another trade. As an example, you have $500, and here you have a couple of $100 trade. So let's go ahead and look at the CL trade, and it is not looking good because we have a heavy resistance based on the 1 minute contract, 1 minute chart, 71.49, and it is right in line where the trade is. So most likely it's not gonna hit the 71.50. It's gonna be 71.49. So the minute it hits the 71.49, you can override it. You should not wait for that one tick, because this is the resistance line, and sometimes you miss your target by one tick. There is nothing can be done to it. And there we go. If we look at the CL and look at the M strategy, there is a resistance at 71.42 and 71.49, and the 71.49, it is a really heavy resistance in this area here. So on that trade, most likely the CL, because when you have a double resistance or a double support, usually the market stops. So when we are trading, even when we are using auto trade, we can say there is a resistance at 71.49, and because we are using the 5 range, on the 5 range the resistance is 71.50. So there is one tick in between, and there is a heavy resistance above that. So this is something for a trader also can do by himself, and override the auto trade and say, you know, I have 500, today is a Friday. On a Friday we should not be picky. We have on Friday is always aggravation if you make mistakes, and it stays with you over the weekend. So despite your $1,000 target trade, you should not be thinking about this 1,000. Let's say you have 500 here and 200 here. You have already made 500 and you have $200 in that trade. Maybe you want to consider close that trade and finish for today. This is the smarter trader. If you want to be aggressive, you can stay until you hit your 1,000. But sometimes those last couple $300, if the market not moving, those that can cause a problem, because sometimes you're not going to achieve your target at this moment, and then you are going to start losing the trades and then start all over again, and it gets a little bit messy. So it is very advisable sometimes to say, well, I can see the market not moving, and maybe I will override my auto trade and close that trade. I have 500, I have 200, that's 700, and call it off for a Friday and close my trades. So this is what a smart trader will do, not who makes more P&L. The guy is aggressive with the P&L. Today he makes money, tomorrow he might not. So the smartest way is to um, be settled with this. So right now, as we see here, look at this. The CL couldn't cross this resistance line, and as you see, we are still in the $520 on that trade and broke even. I mean, on this auto trade, you can use the trailing stop, of course, but I don't use a trailing stop. You can use make it very tight trailing stop, but I'm a kind of guy, I like to make my own decision. If I need to override the auto trade, my principle is I want the auto trade to break even, and I want to make a decision if I want to stay in the market or not, or close the trade. This way you can get much more out of your auto trade. Or maybe you see a couple of $300, you want to close it. You see $200, you want to close it. That will be like right now, as an example here, we at the CL, we can see it was a hard time to break the resistance, and we had $250, and we didn't take it off the table, so now we are still on 520. If we took it out of the table, that's 720. That would have been a little bit easier to say, maybe we'll take one more trade and leave this market alone for the morning session. Okay, it's taking a new trade. We'll see how it worked out. $71.50 is the target. And you can use a stop loss if you want to. You can, or you can have the auto trade take over. So there is many options you can do with the auto trades. Let's look at the ES, see what it's doing. There is a heavy resistance on the CL, as we said at the beginning of the webinar. There is not much to trend from. And here it is. It's getting thicker and thicker and thicker with the resistance, and it's exactly what we expected. And on this CL trade, I don't like this CL trade because there is no long trade at this moment. So I don't want it to continue. So it is on the plus. I'm gonna close it. I don't want that trade. I don't like that trade. So you can close it and let the auto trade take a new trade. But I don't like that trade. So I'm closing it. I don't want it. Every time when you take a trade and doesn't go to your favor immediately, get rid of it. Immediately, get rid of it. Don't sit down and look at it plus, minus. When it goes like this, plus, minus, most likely you're not gonna make it. So when you're any kind of auto trade, when you're taking a trade on an auto trade and it's not going to your direction immediately, get rid of it. Immediately, get rid of it. Don't get in trouble. Override the auto trade and get rid of it. On the ES, there is nothing left. On the ES, there is nothing left. It's flat. On the Nasdaq, it's flat. Nothing. So we will wait and see what happens. I'll turn off the microphone. You see, as we said from the beginning of this webinar today, that the market is not going to go anywhere. We knew it, and we sat right now, and actually is not ready for short, but also there is fighting with time right now. Is 10:36, and I'm hoping we can stay above those levels, but there will not be trending. The market is not going to trend. So if you are auto trading or you are a manual trading, you are directing your auto trade to the long trade, there is none. Neither there is a short trade at the moment. This is where 97% of auto traders cannot read what's going on, and it is a trap, and this is where you start losing money on your account. This is a trap, and as you see, this is the chart is speaking itself. It starts sending you signal reversal. Is telling you to sell. That's mean close, sell. This is a double sell signal, and look at this baby. It is. I don't believe in double top, double bottom. What happened to the triple top, triple bottom? What happened to the supply and demand? So there is a double top, yes, but I don't want to make a career on double top and double bottom. This is for retarded people. Double top and double bottom. Does not work this way. Could be triple top, could be triple bottom. Nobody knows. So this is nonsense. Double top and double bottom. It is for retarded people. We don't look at double top and double bottom. This is a signal sell, reversal, sell, and another sell, indicating the market is getting weak. Now, still the buyers over the seller, which sadly they try to direct some people that when the buyers over the sellers, that's mean you are in the right direction, which is not true. It's not true. Yes, the buyers over the sellers with a 6 different time frame, the buyers over the sellers, yes. But the momentum is weak. If we look at the momentum here is weak. So don't be fooled when there is a trap in the market, and this is a trap in the market. So you can imagine from 10 o'clock we said the market is not trending. You can imagine how many people that were trying to go long, where this is the deadline for the market. This is really serious matter, and that's how people lose money in the market. This is how they lose money. Here's another signal firing short. Reversal, sell, sell, short. The chart is screaming, telling you, get the hell out if you have a trade. And we have a trade. And then what we are going to do, we're going to close that trade. The market is screaming, telling us, get the hell out of Dutch. That's what it's saying. And we are closing. The market, you don't see V shapes like before, go all the way to the top and then V shape and go short. Now the market, because of the internet and all the high speed trading, now you see the market turn around like a boat making a U-turn. You don't see V-shape. So you can see now we closed that trade on the chart, and there we go. Now we are on a short position, and there we go. Welcome to trading. Welcome to trading. And there we go. The market took a dive. It's finished. Okay, guys, we are done for today, and it was okay. We predicted the market was not going to go any higher. We closed that auto trade right on time before the market uh, did go down, and it is done. It is done, and it was really very fair. The market was very fair to us. Give us a warning ahead of time. If we look at the chart, all calculated automatically. In this session, the chart give us a reversal, then it give us a sell signal, then it give us a sell signal one more time, and then tell us to go short. So everything happened, the system predicted ahead of time. And that's the beauty about it, the difference between trading ATRs and moving averages. And when you have a system can flashlight what's going on in the market before it happened. So this is the difference, predicting before it happened. So that's all what we have. Thank you very much for today, and we wish you a pleasant weekend, and we will see you all next